Hi all, I'm Higton. When the lovely people at TV News asked me to come up with a list of the top 5 games of 2010, I faced a minor problem. You see, if I was to do a top 5 of the overall best games of the year, it would be the same predictable, boring list you'll see a million times on the net in the coming months. You'd see COD Blops in there, Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2, Halo Reach, and of course Super Mario Galaxy 2. Those are the best-selling, biggest budget games of 2010, but none of them will feature in the following list. Why? Well, because I don't really like being predictable or boring, so this top 5 is going to be my personal favourites of 2010. These are the games I kept returning to time and time again, and the games which have given me the most joy over the course of the year. So sit back, relax, and prepare to disagree as I run through my top 5 games of 2010. Don't get me wrong, I love mindless violence in video games as much as the next person, but the games that draw me in the most and leave a lasting impression on me are the ones with great stories. Video games, if done right, can be just as absorbing as movies or books, and Singularity is one such game. Trapped on a crazy Lost-style Russian island while quantum leaping through different time periods, Singularity sees you as a soldier who must unravel a crazy, mind-bending, time-bending conspiracy while battling hideous mutants and crazed Russian soldiers by using massive guns and cool psychic powers which let you slow, stop, and even rewind time. It's this year's BioShock in terms of story depth, but thanks to the publishers inexplicably never bothering to actually advertise it at all, the game pretty much slipped under everyone's radars, which is tragic. If you love your FPS games with a bit of brains, do yourself a favour and grab this now. Okay, so Angry Birds is pretty much a complete rip-off of many a Flash game on the PC, with its physics-based, knock-down-a-building gameplay, but the Angry Avians have totally eclipsed all the other games by becoming a worldwide phenomenon on the iPhone and then on other mobile devices. Because I was always too lazy to learn to drive, I spend a lot of time on public transport, especially the London Underground, and countless otherwise boring hours avoiding the gaze of drunken, sweaty weirdos have been passed thanks to me having my iPhone and Angry Birds nesting in my pocket. The short addictive levels and star ratings mean there is always an excuse to go back and wreak havoc on the evil green piggies while trying to beat your previous personal high score. And best of all, the game keeps getting free updates containing new levels, even though on most platforms it costs well under £1 anyway. Oh, that's cheap. It really is the gaming gift that keeps on giving, and the only mobile game good enough to make it into my top 5. Wow, Fallout New Vegas is a strange beast. This massive glitch fest may have only just received a downloadable patch in a bid to combat the mountain of bugs that exist in the game, but in the month or two since its release, gamers have had to struggle through some of the sloppiest programming ever seen in a full-price retail game. Guns disappearing and reappearing, enemies running on the spot like moonwalking zombies rather than attacking, and constant game freezes were a few of the minor problems with the game. Then there were the game-ending glitches. I myself have had 2 corrupted save games while playing, losing a total of over 20 hours worth of gameplay, which is possibly the most frustrating thing that could happen to any RPG-style game ever. If Fallout New Vegas was any other game, it would have been frisbeed out of my window into the path of an oncoming truck ages ago. But for some reason I just couldn't keep myself from going back to revisit the game. The crazy characters, the exciting locations, and the double-deep, ever-changing sandbox storyline which lets you play different factions against each other means no one will ever play the game the same way. There are very few games out there which offer such an amazing sense of freedom, and whether you follow the main story or go off on your own little Exploratron adventures, there is always something in the wastelands to keep you occupied. Fallout New Vegas, you try so hard to make me hate you, but by God, I love you. Forget Halo Reach and COD Bow. The big budget FPS of choice for me this year was the amazing Battlefield Bad Company 2. The solid single-player campaign was thrilling, and it featured some of the coolest, funniest, most likeable characters in a video game ever. But the real prize for the people who bought this game was the outstanding multiplayer. Large-scale warfare games have never been able to surpass the Battlefield games for their intensity and downright pure, unadulterated fun. Grabbing some mates and playing tactically across the massive maps is so exciting and enjoyable that I found myself losing hours to this game. It truly is a work of genius. Jumping in cars, boats and helicopters means you have total freedom to mission around causing chaos, and the fully destructible environments make it so that every battle is always different, whether you are playing on familiar maps or not. Want to cower in a building to hide from your foes, or camp in an upstairs room taking out distant soldiers with a sniper rifle? Well, in this game, walls offer no protection, and with a few well-placed artillery shells, the enemy can simply bring the whole building down on your head. Brilliant. I'm guessing that having Blur in my #1 spot is going to make a lot of people go, "What?" and then insult me somehow. But I don't care. This is a list of the top 5 games I have enjoyed the most this year, and the criminally overlooked Blur from the now deceased developers Bizarre Creations has been the most intensely enjoyable and social game for me this year by far. It's amazingly depressing for me that such a treasure of a game was so badly marketed by its publishers. Stupidly released on pretty much the same day as another arcade racer, split second, but with much less advertising, the game was missed by the majority of gamers around the world who understandably snapped up to the one instead. So why is Blur my #1 game? Simply for the multiplayer action. Like a grown-up Mario Kart which has eaten a big bag of neon fireworks and is now in the process of violently spewing them all over the screen, the game is an onslaught to the senses. A mad psychedelic white-knuckle ride which sees you battle for first place on viciously fast, well-made tracks while dodging the many power-ups that are hurled your way. Getting into first place is a massive triumph, but one wrong turn or the impact of a pesky power-up can send you crashing right back to 20th position in the blink of an eye. It's frustrating but always exciting, and when played with a big bunch of your friends in split screen or online, it's possibly the most enjoyable experience you will have with an arcade racer. It brings back the feelings I used to get when playing Mario Kart 64 or GoldenEye with my friends at house parties, and it makes me laugh out loud one minute, then swear like a trooper the next. And I absolutely love it for that. Thank you, Bizarre Creations, you will be sadly missed. So my fellow gamers, what do you think about my choices? Is my taste in games completely weird, or do you agree with my top picks? Let me know in the comments section below, or even better, post up a video response. And also, let me know your top 5 games of the year, and don't be scared to put obscure ones in, because gaming is all about personal choice. I didn't do this list to tell you what you should have liked, I did it to let you know what I liked this year, in the hope that you might pick up one of the games and try them out yourselves. So if you love a game that no one else has even heard of, or have found something great about a game that you think no one else knows about, now's the time to share it. Thanks for watching.